Before Nestlé transforms coffee into instant granules, the journal begins with a single bean.
Every grain is selected, inspected, and prepared with scientific precision. It all starts thousands of kilometers away, in farms where coffee plants thrive.
Nestlé partners with growers across high-altitude regions, known for premium Arabica.
Selected harvests are packed and transported to Nestlé's processing facilities. Here begins the transformation from raw fruit to instant coffee. Every bean carries complex aromas waiting to be unlocked. And this is the story of how Nestlé creates the instant coffee loved worldwide.
Nestlé sources its coffee from high-altitude regions, where perfect soil and climate shape every cherry.
The coffee plant thrives in warm sun, cool nights, and nutrient-rich volcanic soil.
Nestlé encourages shade-grown coffee to protect biodiversity and improve bean quality. Deep volcanic soil provides essential minerals that boost flavor complexity.
Loaded trucks carry the fresh cherries directly to Nestlé's processing stations. Machine harvesting ensures speed, consistency, and quality across vast coffee fields. Peeled beans exit the drum cleaner and smoother than before. High-pressure water jets wash away the last traces of fruit. The leftover pulp is collected separately, often recycled as compost. Cleaned beans flow into storage tanks, ready for the next purification stage. With the pulp removed, the beans are prepared for deeper cleaning and fermentation. To remove the sticky mucilage, the beans are submerged in fermentation tanks. Natural enzymes begin breaking down the sugary layer that coats each bean. Technicians monitor fermentation closely to avoid overprocessing.
As the water moves, the softened mucilage separates from the bean's surface.
The dissolved mucilage drains away, leaving cleaner coffee beans behind. Mechanical washers remove any remaining traces of the sticky layer.
The beans are rinsed repeatedly until their surface becomes perfectly smooth.
Completely free of mucilage, the beans flow into drying trays.
A simple comparison shows the difference. Clean, dry beans ready for the next stage.
With the mucilage removed, the beans are prepared for drying under the sun. The washed beans are spread across wide patios to dry naturally under the sun.
Sunlight reduces moisture gradually, preserving the bean's natural aroma.
Workers turn the beans regularly to ensure perfectly even drying.
These carefully formed patterns help air circulate and speed up the drying process.
Throughout the day, the drying patios follow the sun's movement.
Some beans are dried on raised beds, allowing airflow from every direction.
Technicians measure moisture levels until the beans reach the ideal balance.
Gentle winds help remove lighter impurities as the beans dry. Once fully dried, the beans develop a firm, stable texture. Drying complete, the beans are gathered for the next stage, hulling.
After drying, the beans enter the hulling facility, where their outer parchment is removed.
A conveyor system feeds the beans directly into the precision hulling machine. Inside, a rotating chamber loosens and breaks the dry parchment shell. Friction and controlled pressure separate the beans from their brittle husk. The brittle outer layer shatters into thin flakes and falls away. A powerful air system instantly removes husks, leaving only clean beans behind. Hulled beans exit the machine cleaner and smoother, ready for further refinement.
The removed parchment is collected separately for recycling or compost.
A grading system sorts the hulled beans to ensure size and quality consistency. With the parchment removed, the beans are fully prepared for storage and transport. Once hulled, the beans are moved into massive storage silos designed for long-term preservation. Powerful pneumatic systems transport the beans through airtight tubes. Each silo fills with a controlled flow that prevents bean damage. Technicians monitor temperature and humidity to protect flavor integrity. Inside the silo, the beans settle into deep layers where conditions remain stable.
Moisture is constantly checked to ensure long-lasting storage quality.
Controlled airflow prevents overheating and keeps the beans fresh. When needed, underground conveyors move silo beans toward processing lines. These silos run day and night, storing raw material for global coffee production. With ideal conditions maintained, the beans remain stable until the next step: robotic unloading.
Raw coffee bags arrive at the automated unloading hall for processing.
Each sack is scanned by robots to identify origin, weight, and lot information. A heavy-duty robotic arm lifts each bag with exact, repeatable motion. The robot rotates the bag smoothly toward the automated unloading station. A hydraulic blade opens the bag instantly without damaging the beans. The beans cascade into a receiving hopper, where the next stage begins. Empty sacks are removed by vacuum arms and sent for recycling.
Multiple robots work in perfect synchronization, unloading bags at high speed.
A central control room oversees every robot to ensure uninterrupted flow. With unloading complete, the beans are ready for sifting and separation. The beans enter a vibrating sifter designed to separate impurities and broken fragments.
Fine mesh screens shake rapidly, allowing only correctly sized beans to pass.
Lightweight impurities slide away into dedicated waste channels. A multi-layer design sorts beans in stages, ensuring perfect uniformity.
Beans that are too small fall through the mesh and are removed from the batch.
Only dense, perfectly formed beans continue forward for extraction. High-speed motors drive the sifter at precisely calibrated frequencies. From above, the movement forms a controlled wave that spreads beans evenly.
Cleaned and sorted, the beans exit the sifter, ready for quality evaluation.
A final inspection ensures that only flawless beans continue to the tasting stage. Before roasting, the beans undergo strict sensory evaluation inside Nestlé's tasting lab.
Each sample is measured with scientific precision to ensure consistent testing.
The beans are ground to a specific size that reveals their full aroma profile.
Hot water is poured over the grounds, forming the familiar cupping crust. Specialists break the surface crust to release the coffee's concentrated aroma.
Experts evaluate aroma intensity, sweetness, and complexity.
A loud slurp aerates the coffee, coating the palate for accurate tasting.
Flavor notes are recorded carefully, rating acidity, bottle, balance, and aftertaste.
Multiple samples are compared to confirm consistency across batches.
Only the best beans receive approval to continue toward roasting. Approved beans move into Nestlé's giant roasting drums to unlock their full flavor.
Inside the drum, the beans rotate constantly for perfectly even heating.
Powerful burners heat the cylinder to precise temperature levels. The beans gradually change color as sugars caramelize and flavors deepen.
A stage called first crack signals that the beans are developing their iconic aroma.
As the roast continues, the beans darken and their oils begin to emerge. Sensors track every second, ensuring temperature stays within exact standards.
When roasting is complete, the beans drop onto cooling trays to stop the cooking instantly.
High-speed fans cool the beans rapidly to preserve fresh roast aroma.
Perfectly roasted, the beans are now ready for grinding and extraction.
Cooled roasted beans travel into high-speed industrial grinding machines.
Inside, hardened steel blades spin at incredible speeds. When the beans hit the blades, they fracture into thousands of pieces.
The process creates a fine aromatic powder, known for its intense flavor.
Multi-stage grinding ensures even particle size for perfect extraction.
A cyclone separator removes any uneven particles using controlled airflow.
Fine mesh filters ensure only perfectly ground powder moves forward. The finished powder drops into airtight collection bins for protection.
Technicians check the powder's texture to confirm a perfect, uniform grind. Once verified, the powder moves on to extraction, where instant coffee truly begins. The concentrated coffee extract enters Nestlé's towering spray drying chamber.
At the top, precision nozzles prepare to atomize the extract into fine droplets.
Under immense pressure, the liquid bursts into millions of microscopic particles. Inside the tower, superheated air instantly removes moisture from the droplets.
Within seconds, the droplets transform into solid instant coffee powder.
The powder falls gently toward the bottom of the chamber.
A cyclone separator removes any remaining air before the powder is collected.
The finished dry powder settles onto conveyors for final refinement. Technicians check powder granularity to confirm consistent particle size.
The spray tower runs continuously, producing the base powder for instant coffee.
To preserve aroma, the coffee extract is chilled to sub-zero temperatures.
The liquid freezes instantly, forming thin sheets of solid coffee.
These frozen sheets travel along the line toward the granulation stage. Mechanical crushers break the slabs into smaller, ready-to-dry pieces. The frozen pieces are loaded into vacuum chambers for sublimation. Automated systems move the trays into long freeze-drying tunnels.
Under deep vacuum, ice transforms directly into vapor, skipping the liquid stage.
As moisture leaves the granules, they develop the porous texture of instant coffee.
The fully freeze-dried granules pour out, perfectly dry and aroma-rich. A final structure check confirms that the granules are ready for packaging.